Alright, welcome back to another glorious session with the Gilded Dice. As telling the story of the Storm King's Thunder. Alright. Minor technical difficulties with our cameras, but that's okay. Alright.
Minor technical difficulties.
By minor, I mean non-existing cameras. I guess there's a major technical difficulty. Alright, so it's been a while since we played. So let's recap real quick what you guys did.
Actually, still showing Wes's old character. I'm going to refresh.
He's actually half orc now. So last session, you guys did some...
I'm Weir Orc. I got bit by a Weir Orc.
You're never going to get that
There we
weird
go.
status, ever. You're going to become a weird ant. Yeah, last session, you guys did some questing jobs for the half-star. Wait, was it last session?
Last session
was
we went
basically
to the
all the
lake.
battles. with
Right,
the-
right. You guys went to bed, and Orin Yoglavi, the halfling, the only permanent resident of the North Furrow Inn, came frantically chasing, looking for you guys as he proclaimed that Goldenfields was under attack by giants. A little bit unbelieving of him, you guys went outside and discovered it is so. Goldenfields were being invaded by an incursion of goblinoids and ogres. Ogres. So you sent Miros and Naxine and Oren towards the glaive to help fight off a force over there. The grove, yes. Did I say glaive?
Yes.
You sent them straight into Rogadar's glaive, while you guys took on some other.
Did you use the grave again?
Lighting fields on fire and just decimating goblinoids upon goblins with fireballs.
Goblinoids.
Yeah, bugbears are goblinoids, I guess. Looking pretty good. You met a new individual you've never met before, Z Liang, a Mulan human female, an acolyte of the Harvest Home Abbey. So, after requesting Z Liang to alert Father Darovic at the Harvest Home Abbey, you rush towards the grove, where the third invasion force has entered. Upon your arrival, you see your friends and acquaintances currently battling what appears to be a losing fight. Miros the Yeti lays unconscious as Naxine kneels over him, her wizard staff next to her. Shelvis fires off a bolt from his hand crossbow before blocking a morning star with his quarterstaff. Orin somehow jumps over an ogre's fist as it tries to grab him, and nimbly rolls past a few goblins before running towards Lifferlas, the treant. In the middle of the chaos stands a large oak tree, with large oaken branches slamming into the ground around itself, trying its best to ward off the invaders. So, place yourself in your positions as you rush kind of from the east into the grove and watching this unfold.
Shelvis doesn't have a name there.
Oh, let me fix that real quick.
Do we roll it for initiative right away?
Yeah. Just jump right into it.
How close are we at this point? Like, we're just breaching into the open area?
Yeah, right into the kind of just pressing through this
Cool.
tree line.
I'm good where I am then.
All right.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What is this? I'm dead.
Good start, everyone. Oh,
We're just gonna watch everyone die
Anyone
while we
stop
stand
having-
around.
Wait!
As usual, I'm standing like
Rogadar,
100
did you-
100 feet back.
all right.
Use your inspiration last time?
It might be a little hard for you as there's like a lot of tree cover.
Did
kind
you
of
use your
breaching this
inspiration,
forest.
Rogadar, at the end of the last episode?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used it.
Well, it was worth asking.
There was one goblin I really wanted to kill.
Yeah, I
I may
remember
have overdone it.
a little bit. I remember the one was trying
Yeah.
just invading your grasp the whole time.
That's the one.
Okay, because yeah, we really have poo-poo initiative.
All right, just gonna finish it up here. Oh, jeez.
The poo-poo initiative? Oh.
Question. On the way over, could I have gotten the healing potion from Zaya and drinking it?
Yeah, I mean, Zaya. Sure.
Ha ha ha.
Does Zaya get... Is that what transpires?
I asked Zaya for the healing potion as we're running over there.
Okay, I give it to Rogadar.
And I give it to Wolverine, because he's looking rougher than me right now.
Look at that. Look at that little trick you played on me.
Oh, thanks a lot. How much does that heal me?
It's a 4d4 plus 4. I'm gonna get rid of it from my bag of holding.
44.
It's all gone. One less thing to hold on to. The bag feels lighter.
13. That's better.
That's pretty good.
We're at about the same health now, so we're good.
I don't have rage anymore, though.
Neither do I. I never had it.
It never existed. Alright, sorry, just a lot of character sheets to go through. Alright. Well. No better place to start than right now. Who's at the top of the list? Oh, Shelvis. Gotcha.
You go, Shelvis. Make us proud.
Oh, he did with a solid 21.
We saw that too.
Yeah, you guys can see that. Alright, well. As you come through into the grove, you hear the clash of this battle raging. You hear Litterlass just grunting as he's smashing his large tree extremities into the ground. You watch dust and dirt kick up as goblins are shooting arrows at him and ogres are trying to just pound at him. So stupid. Why don't you put these things in here, guy? 13. Sorry, the NPCs are like fucking stupid. Okay, you watch as the bugbear, Shelvis and the bugbear are struggling. The bugbear tries to get a good swipe with his Morningstar, but Shelvis deflects it with his quarterstaff. He kind of just spits in the bugbear's face. He turns and sees you guys approaching, and just says, "It's about time someone else showed up. I can't handle these guys on my own." And you hear Orin just kind of screaming. He's like, "I'm doing my best!"
Can I also shout back, well, we also took care of 2 groups while you're trying to take care of this one.
You demoralize the group and they all suffer. You watch now as one of the goblins kind of takes a knee and shoots his short bow towards Litterlass, which soars and hits Litterlass. Kind of just sinks into his bark. Shelf. Oh, jeez. I gotta play so many people.
This music isn't warlike enough.
I apologize. Let me switch it. You watch as Shelvis now retaliates with his own attack. Oh, nice. Using both his hands, of course. Smacks the guy for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Miros, fuck, there's so many characters.
Yep.
That's why you're supposed to play them. Oh, damn, that's not good. Miros suffers a death saving throw as he lays down bleeding.
He fails?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Goblin fires. And Litterlass misses. Well, he hits him with his long, short bow, but the arrow kind of just soars off the bark. The bugbear smacks him with his Morningstar. 7 to hit. Misses. Just tries to start smashing into the bark. The trunk of Litterlass just takes it. And finally, a final shot by a goblin. Of course, Lucius's turn. Arrow soars through and hits Litterlass for 7 points of piercing damage. Litterlass almost looks like, his bark's peeling. He's struggling to stay up, and he's looking like he's in a lot of pain. Lucius.
They're pretty thick then, right?
Sorry?
Fireball.
The trees are pretty thick then, right?
Yeah, like he's a huge oak tree, massive tree.
No, I mean like it's hard for me to see. You said because I was standing further back.
Yeah, because you're looking at forest almost. So you see them, see the fight going on there.
Okay, in that case, I'll come closer, like 30 feet closer, and fire an Eldritch Blast at the goblin on the east side.
Okay. Yeah.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
Are we okay? Cool. 6 points of force damage.
You watch as you kind of shoot it. You watch it. Well, a lot of these injured goblins already. You watch as the kind of skirts across the ground, creating a little dust trail as you shoot it upwards, and just kind of bring it right across the goblin's body. He screeches, falls to the ground.
Oh, nice kill.
Damn it. You watch as the ogre now presses forward towards Liferlas, taking his great club. And he just comes up and he just takes his great club and just cracks it into the side of Liferlas. You hear him, this tree ant just let out this mighty roar that shakes the trees all around you. And it just takes this giant chunk as he's now like looking really bad. The other ogre sees you guys and begins to run towards you. 5, 10, 20, 40. Dashes towards you guys, just bounding towards you. A couple goblins. This goblin brings a scimitar to Orin. Sorry, they don't have his class. He nimbly dodges the attack. This goblin attacks Liferlas. Just cut him down with his scimitar. Which doesn't work. Naxine fails to stabilize Miros. Liferlas. You watch Liferlas now just angry lifts 2 large trunk-like arms and just smashes one down on the bugbear, hitting him for 15 points of bludgeoning damage. As you watch this bugbear just take the brunt of the damage, but it doesn't quite kill him. He then takes his other attack and smashes behind him one of the goblins, who just goes up in a puff of red mist. So many NPCs. Orin, freaking the hell out. You see him, he's holding 2 little daggers. Just charges at the ankles of one of these goblins and cuts him. Wow. Doing 2 points of slicing damage. Alright, Zaya.
Is the map scaled?
No.
This is not good?
No.
Shit. Okay. Can do this. Can do this. Okay, so I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery. I'm gonna try to viciously mug the little ogre in front of me.
Okay, that's a wisdom.
It is.
12.
It fails! So I say to him, haha, you missed! We can't run this far. Your fat legs can move as fast as you thought, or something. And
or something.
And she says or something.
Or something. There wasn't. What did come into that?
6.
6 points of
Def-
damage. Okay.
And he has disadvantage on his next attack.
All right.
Okay, and I am going to move a little bit away. This is not moving. This is the ruler. I'm gonna move here.
All right. Okay. You watch this kind of bloodied, bruised ogre who clearly took a few hits from Lithalas. Stop for a second and consider your words. He looks down at his feet, like I could move as fast as I want to. Rogadar.
Okay. So 30 feet of movement. So I'm going to move up here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. And then, can I breathe acid in a line to that goblin there?
What's the range on that thing?
30 feet line.
Yeah, you can barely reach the goblin as you projectile vomit all over him.
Perfect.
Dex.
But you would get this one too in it, right?
DC 14. Yeah,
Okay.
that one and the next one. DC 14.
Bugbear fails, and the goblin makes it.
Alright, so 5 points on a save, 10 points on a fail.
Wow, really?
Yep.
The bugbear takes it, and you hear it kind of burn his flesh, and he turns around and roars at you. The goblin, who's now just jumping around Orin, trying to dodge his dagger attacks, just takes a giant glob of acid to the back of its neck, and it begins to eat his neck. And he starts screeching, and you see the bone and the flesh being exposed before the goblin dies out of just sheer panic.
Ooh, perfect.
Orin's just like, what the hell, man? That was so close! What are you doing?
And then I'm going to turn around using my second attack and hit the ogre behind me.
Okay.
14 to hit.
That hits.
For 8 points of slashing damage.
Sweet. Just quickly turn around and you cut the ogre in the back, who's still looking at his feet.
And I'm going to enter a ready stance because it's what I do.
That's what you do. Alright.
How I was raised.
The goblin, who's now he looks to the left, the goblin to the north of Shelvis, quickly runs over, seeing an opportunity to get Shelvis from behind. Takes a scimitar and tries to drive it into Shelvis. Oh, that did hit. Just drives into the back of Shelvis, and it manages to just puncture the lower back. Shelvis arches his back in pain, doing 6 points of slashing damage. And you just hear Shelvis say, "Damn it! Where the hell are the guards?" Wolverbane.
Alright, that potion helped me out, so I'm courageous. But I don't have any seething anger inside me. I'm just gonna run up to this ogre and hit him twice.
Okay.
Wow.
Without the seething anger, you cannot do it.
Axe
Second
weighs
try.
too much. 15.
That is.
6 damage.
Alright.
That was weak. I don't have much left in me, guys.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll this real quick. Oh, 19. Alright. Okay. Looks pretty bad. The bugbear that you just slew acid all over looks to you, Rogadar, and sees you standing there with your glaive, about to go for you. Can just kind of gauges the situation, quickly turns and tries to hit Shelvis again. With his Morning Star. 8 to hit. Shelvis, just being adept with his quarterstaff, continues to block it. Retaliates.
I'm so dumb. I just realized I didn't fire my second Eldritch Blast pool.
You did not.
What a waste.
I was saying,
I was
totally
thinking
forgot
you
about
were
that.
talking about the cameras finally.
yeah, I
I'm
was like,
so
oh.
dumb. There was this one thing, and yeah.
No, that would be lovely, but no.
You watch Shelvis and the bugbear exchange blows. Miros saves.
Go. Shoot!
And finally, you watch as the final goblin here to the west of Orin attacks him with his scimitar. 15 to hits. That hits. And you watch now as as Orin's too focused on trying to get the hell out of dodge, the goblin sneaks up and slices Orin, who kind of falters from the attack and falls face down on the ground.
Oh no! Orin!
Okay.
Good, man. Good.
At this point, you start to hear a bell ring. Not too far from here. You hear a bell tolling. It seems to be coming from the Harvest Home Abbey. You had mentioned to Z Liang to alert Father Darovic, at which point you start to hear the bell ring. Presume that it is
A good sign.
Z. Shelvis just kind of shouts, "Oh, it's about damn time they got off their asses!" And yeah, that's it. Just wait 1 second.
Sounds like you went quiet.
Damn bell. You watch now as Bugbear attacks Liflas again. Critical one. He kind of gets his Morningstar stuck in Liflas's bark and just struggles to just pull it back. The goblin attacks Liflas as well, managing to cut him. And now you watch as Liflas, the goblin kind of scurries up Liflas's bark, takes his scimitar and just starts jabbing it into his face.
Oh man.
Liflas kind of roars and peels off the goblin, but then you start to watch the light and the fade from his lifelike features, as now the tree just kind of hunches forward. And Liflas is out of the combat. Lucius.
Okay, so this time I raise both my hands and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at the ogre.
All right.
Mike has a great freezing picture right now.
Yeah.
I'm terrifying. I need to.
I
Go
just took a screenshot of it. I'm gonna send it to the group.
First one, you kind of shoot off to the side, but you reconnect, you reevaluate your angles, and you hit him the second time.
9 points of force damage.
You watch, and hits him right in the chest, winning the ogre. It's just like, It's the ogre's turn. Sorry, I know what happened here. Let me fix my camera here real quick. Do I look beautiful or what?
I'm just laughing so much.
It's not a phase, Mom. This is who I am.
This is who you are, I know. You also look like a 12-year-old.
What did Maxine do last turn?
Trying to stabilize.
There we go.
And failed.
Failed.
She's not very good at what she does.
No. The ogre now runs over to Maxine, who now looks up and just like kind of sighs. The ogre goes to smack her. Oops, wrong.
No.
How long is that bell going? Is it just...
Oh, sorry. Let me stop that. You just hear the bell tolling.
Those goblins are having fun again.
This ogre just goes straight for Maxine, just taking his fist and just into her face, who she just sits there and takes it. Ouch. 13 points of bludgeoning damage. You see kind of the shimmer off her body as some of her mage armor takes the damage, but it thrusts her to the ground. before she sits back up and she says, Waterdeep's gonna hear about this. Not presumably referring to the ogre, but just the situation here at hand is. The ogre turns his attention to Wolverbane, takes his great club.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, lovely indeed.
Oh, but he's still disadvantaged. Oh no, he's not. Is he?
Yeah. 14 to hit.
Does not.
Oh man! As he's kind of still staring at his foot and just kind of swings wildly, knowing he needs to attack, but just why? Why can I move my feet? Next, he tries to, under the pressure of the ogre. Natural one. Just cannot get Miros back on his feet. She's now looking at the ogre, thinking like, this isn't good. I should probably just get out of here. Litfalas, who has now passed out, succeeds. And Orin, who is now dead, also succeeds.
We're gonna lose all of the people of Goldenfields.
Zaya.
Oh, Zaya is gonna do the same thing again, which is a wonderful vicious mockery.
-1.
Oh well, that definitely succeeds. For the lowest as possible, as usual, 2 damage.
All right.
Wait. I am gonna assume that I still have a slot.
A what?
So, a slot. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to use Healing Word on Wolverbane. And I'm gonna use it at a 2nd level because I don't have any first left.
Ooh.
Which is... I just need to grab the flash roll.
Healing Word. Increases by 1d4.
Yeah.
So
On
it's
the way over to this,
11!
could I have kept punching myself?
No. You're just punching the air, trying to attack something. I'm attacking someone, I swear.
Exactly. 11.
There's a visual stalker out there.
Okay.
Rogadar.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to step 1 square this way and make 1 attack against the bugbear.
All right.
20 to hit.
That hits.
For 12 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, you watch as you slice this goblin or bugbear almost in half. It falls to the ground, convulsing. Sheldon says, "Thanks, friend."
And I turn around and attack the ogre behind me. 14 to hit.
That hits.
For 10 points of slashing damage.
This ogre is you just drive into his spinal cavities, spinal cord, and you just slice
Spinal
it right out.
cavities.
He's got like just giant cavities in his back holes where the spine kind of weaves its way through. You don't know the anatomy of an ogre.
He hasn't been brushing his spine regularly.
Yeah, exactly. You just get in there and you sever it, and you watch as the body kind of goes limp as it no longer can function, and it just falls forward and starts to bleed out. And he has died.
2
And
kills
since
in
I
one
forgot
turn.
to, I'm going to see if I recharge my breath, which I don't. Cool. That's my turn.
You like up chucking and spilling all over yourself.
Actually, you know, I have more movement, so I am going to, so 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to move over there.
Okay. The goblin attacks Shelvis. That hits. Slices Shelvis, who just like cuts him in his back of his leg, and he grabs his leg, almost falling over. Now just bleeding profusely. Just son of a Wolverbane. See?
All right. How far is this dude?
You can get to him.
Yeah.
with another 5 feet. Can I get here?
No.
No.
You can get there.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go here and I attack. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Great.
For a goblin.
What is it? 11.
Yeah. You blindside this goblin who's too focused on chewing at Shelvis' legs. You just completely crush him. Take your axe without even the sharp point. You use the broadside and just whack-a-mole him, snapping his neck. All right.
Do I have any movement speed left?
I don't know. Do you?
No, that was your full 30 right there.
Plus 30.
Yeah.
Okay, I will take a javelin. And I will throw it at this guy.
All right.
Where's my javelin?
Throwing from your back.
20
And
to
it
hit.
hits.
Yeah. It's crazy.
6.
It just nails. He grabs it, pulls it out. His attention is now looking at you guys. All right. At this point, you do hear the bell still tolling, but there's something else that you start to hear the distance, the far distance. As the Harvest Home Abbey bell kind of starts to toll and alert the city of what's going on, you begin to hear in the distance a large, deep-sounding gong, just boom, off of one of the walls, and then slowly you hear that sound start to emanate around the city as the giant statues of Shantae holding the gong and projecting out with a cornucopia. The guards are now alert as they smash their gong, alerting the next outpost, which now hits their gong, alerting the next outpost on the mile wall. And you begin to hear the gongs go off all around Goldenfields, as now the bell from the Harvest Home Abbey has put everyone on alert. And you watch now as the goblins and the ogre, they all kind of start to panic as they realize the gig is kind of up. They're like, oh, shit. And they start to freak out.
So do they get like disadvantage on all their rolls?
And they do. They do.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Elvis, he just says, the guards here the guards will be here soon. As he's trying to struggle to stand, he has this hopeful look on his face now as he hears the bells of Shantae start to ring through Goldenfields. Quickly moves over to the bugbear. Nope. Just so weak. Miros has failed the second time.
Might lose Miros, guys.
This goblin runs over to Naxine, seeing an easy target. 16 to hit. She got 13. Yeah, still hits her. He slices her. The bugbear attacks Shelvis. That hopeful look on Shelvis's face is quickly removed as the Morningstar just hits him in the upper collarbone around the neck, just driving him to the grounds. He is out of the fray as well.
Oh my gosh.
This goblin runs towards you, Wolverbane.
Bring it.
20 to hits.
Yep.
He brought it. As he brings it, he hits you for 6 points of slashing damage. Oh, sorry. You know what? He gets disadvantage. 7.
No.
As he actually begins to run away. The bell's tolling. You watch him as he kind of freaks out. He's just like... He says something. He just kind of shouts something in Goblin to the others, and just drops his scimitar and starts to run.
Shelv is still down, right? You had rolled the.
Yeah, the bugbear seems less afraid of what's going on. Lucius.
He's running into the forest.
Yeah, he's just like piecing.
Hmm.
Do it.
Don't let him leave.
Don't let him.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire a bolt of Eldritch Blast at him
Alright.
as he tries to escape.
You lead the target. Just like this targeting thing come up.
22 to hit.
Yeah, you hit him.
Or maybe we should have followed him to see where they
12
got
points of
No
force.
point. That goblin.
He drops his scimitar, starts just running, kind of on like falling to his knees and just picking himself up as he panics and get away. You wait. You just you give him a few moments to just soak in freedom. You're just like, yep, and bam, and you watch as this goblin's just disintegrated by force.
Yes.
Beautiful. And then I will run 30 feet closer to the fray and fire my second bolt at the bugbear.
All right.
11 to hit.
Forcing nuts. It's a little tough. Tough.
That's what I get for running and shooting at the same time.
The ogre, not quite understanding what he's hearing, just the sounds of the bells are fall on deaf ears, basically. And he takes his club, smashing Maxine. But this time she sees it coming. She quickly rolls out of the way, gets into her feet, scolds the ogre before trying one last time to. Wow, that went through actually. Stabilize Miros. 3.
Wow.
Oh my
Oren.
god.
Miros, man.
Somebody rush over there and save him before it's his turn.
Oren fails a second diff.
Oh my gosh.
And Liferlas succeeds. Is no, sorry. Oren failed his first.
Oh,
What?
phew.
No, you said he passed his first last turn.
No, yes, yeah. He passes. Sorry, passes first, and now he just failed his second. I mean, he failed for the first time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zaya.
There's one
so now-
success and one fail. Okay, question. If
yeah.
I do like a medicine check to try to stabilize, can I do that a bonus action? Can I like
no,
dash and then?
It's use your action to stabilize. The bells are starting to ring, and you start to hear they're almost like ringing in large succession, like together, just creating this really ominous and powerful sound throughout Goldenfields. Bro.
Okay, well then there's absolutely nothing I can do with my really
Okay.
speed.
So you gonna pass your turn?
No, I'm gonna just rush and do nothing.
Okay.
So I guess with 50 I can get here.
Rogadar.
Okay. Well, let's swing a glaive at this bugbear here.
Okay.
20 to hit.
That hits.
13 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, you just cleave right through him. Just
Then I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Using all my movement to get up beside this goblin here.
Mhm.
And swing a glaive at him. 14 to hit.
just miss him.
Yeah.
Sees it coming, runs up your glaive, smacks you in
Yeah,
the face, and then
Figured
backflips
that might
off.
happen. And then I'm just going to enter a ready stance just because, why not?
Why not? Overbait.
okay. Using dash movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 50. Using a charge attack. I
Okay.
will attack this dude. 26 to hit.
That hits.
16 damage.
Wow. Yeah, you bail right into his flubbery gut. And it's soft like memory foam.
Like
What?
babies.
Like babies, but it's also gooey and disgusting and smells like rotting eggs.
He'll die of the infection if anything.
Alright. The sounds of the city kind of coming to life now, as earlier you had saw some villagers stirring and grabbing buckets to put out the fire, and they're grabbing pitchforks and sickles. The sound becomes louder as now Goldenfields is on alert, and everyone you just hear shouting throughout the whole streets all around you.
There's not gonna be any point of them getting up by the time they do.
All right. Well, you can feel free to tell them to go back to bed.
No. Can't.
Shelvis 4 fails his first saving throw.
What is
fails.
with these rolls?
I don't know, man.
Nothing is going well tonight.
Miros has failed 2 of them.
Oh
He
my
could-
gosh.
Oh no! Come on! I need an arm wrestling buddy. Is he dead? He's dead. He's totally dead.
The goblin.
Oh.
You watch
He
the
didn't
goblin.
say anything.
You watch as the goblin panic.
Guess you
See-
can't tell.
Seeing as the, this losing battle in his perspective, the bells are just overwhelming his little head. He just looks at Rogadar and throws his scimitar at you.
Stabilize is an action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogadar, he just takes a scimitar and he just throws it at you, freaking out. It hits you with the hilt, just bounces off your chest plate.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like ah! And runs for it.
Did he use the disengage or no?
No, he used his action to throw his sword at you as he runs
But they
away.
have a bonus action to disengage
Oh,
as well, right?
they do, yeah.
Okay.
Do that. You see,
Well, I
Rogadar.
can still use my reaction when he moves within 5 feet of me
Yeah.
to make an attack.
you see Naxine try to grab her staff, but she's not in time. As a goblin
Oh, I
runs
miss, of
for it.
course.
And he quickly jumps over your axe or your glaive and begins to run off, just piecing out. Lucius.
By
Oh,
this
just go
point,
all the
I
way
should
back.
be. Well, no. By this point, I'd probably be at the edge of the forest.
Mhm.
So I'll run a bit to the west
All right.
and take a shot at the running goblin.
Of course. You take care of him, Lucius. Yeah.
23 to hit.
That hits.
12 points of force damage again.
Just you just always just give him that hope. It's like you shoot an Eldritch Blast just in front of him, and he kind of jumps to one side and looks at you, and you shoot to his right, and he goes the other way, and you're just toying with him. Like you had the shot the whole time. You start just shooting at his feet, you're like, dance, dance, and you watch him just and then you just end his life.
And then second blast towards the ogre in the distance.
All right. Oh, we're looking pretty rough.
22 to hit.
Yeah.
6 points of force damage.
You guys watch as the Eldritch Blast smashes into the ogre, and the ogre takes a few steps back, almost reeling all the way back, and just catches himself. He looks around and sees none of his compatriots are there. They're all dead, they're all dead. And he's
He hasn't even managed.
he looks around with his great club. He looks at Wolverbane, takes his club. 23 to hits,
Does he have disadvantage?
14 to hits. Well, the ogres didn't have disadvantage, but as the bells ring louder and more, like it just emanates through the Goldenfields, he just starts to realize, with his stupid intelligence, that he's on the wrong side of the battle. He takes that great club, smashes beside you, and just says, "Oh no, I gotta get back to the wall," and he begins to run for it. Naxine takes her staff.
At any point did he enter into my range?
No, he ran out 15 feet out of your range, like
Okay.
around the thing.
Well, I'm just wondering because if he cut right beside Naxine, he may have caught the corner of my range.
May have. No, he skirted around, trying to keep
Okay,
up with
cool.
you guys. Naxine does 3 using both her hands, because not single handed, because that would be 0 points of bludgeoning damage. She hits the ogre in the butt for a solid 3 points of bludgeoning damage. As ogre's like, "Ow!" And Naxine's just like, "Your mama didn't discipline you enough." Are you gonna take an opportunity attack? Wolverine?
Oh, you know, opportunity attack. Yes, sir.
You can let Maxine show you up.
Yes, I guess so. Unless I have
Maxine
advantage.
No. Maxine looks at you and she's just, who are you? She tries to stabilize Miros once again. I rolled a 3 again. I swear that's like the third 3 I've rolled for Maxine.
You know you have to actually like shift the dice, right? You don't just drop it down.
I'm just sliding it on a 3.
Ooh.
That sucks. Live for Last has made 2 successes so far. That's his 3rd success. You watch as the body of this oaken tree begin to just move a little bit and sway. It's no longer as stiff as it was, but his face is just still. His eyes are closed, and the magic essence seems to be gone from his face. Orin, who has failed 1, succeeded 1. Rolled
What?
a 2.
Fails 2.
Yeah, he rolled a 2. All right, Zaya.
Time
You
to
know-
retire that dice.
I know this. This dice.
I'm
is
gonna
big.
go to Oren,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attempt to stabilize him.
All right.
Stabilize him.
Medicine check.
So I roll a medicine check. Shit. It's
Yeah,
a 12. No,
Yeah.
11.
Okay. You kneel down and
Look at these rolls. The lowest one of.
put your hands on your little halfling friends. You just can't let them die because you have a performance to do.
Exactly.
Why damn you will do it.
Yes! That's why he has to come back.
You put your hands on, just focus your energy and your arcane presence into his body, and you watch as the life springs back into his body. He starts to breathe again, and you smell just a stench of booze. He is now stabilized.
GG.
G indeed.
I
Rogadar.
can't do a second stabilize, right? To my turn? No.
Rogadar.
Yeah. I run down there beside this ogre,
Okay.
and I attack him twice. A natural 1 on the first, and 18 on the second,
Second one hits.
for 6 points of slashing damage.
You cleave him at his like Achilles heel, and you watch him as he falls.
Yeah.
Get up on top of his back, and you just start giving it to him. You watch as the ogre's trying to crawl away as you're cutting into his blubber. Just Chief Guh is not going to be happy, and just dies.
And I sit on the ground exhausted.
All right. Taking a few moments to quickly run around and stabilize your friends who are perilously close to doom.
Yeah, I stabilize Miros.
All right, you
I'll
quickly.
stabilize Shelvis.
All right.
I lie on the ground.
Can I
Wait for
go
Steve.
around to look for loot?
Yeah, if you want to.
I do that.
You see that they were carrying sacks, like the ogres had sacks with them, in little pouches that pretty much have just food and random crap in it. There's nothing, like they were here for the food, it seems, by just judging by what they have.
Useless.
You put the red dot on me.
Oops, sorry, my bad. You look like Miros.
So I found nothing.
All right. So, at which point?
So they're unconscious still.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bells are still tolling throughout the city. A few villagers start to run into the grove. You see them wielding various sharp objects. You also spot a few guards running around as well, ordering the villagers as they're trying to scatter and scour the lands for any goblins.
Okay. As I come back, can I do a check? I guess an Arcana check on Legolas, because you said something about how when he stabilized, he looked. I'm just curious to know if he's just
Well,
not dead, but
he's
what's
stabilized.
happening.
Sure. But you know, yeah, okay, go ahead.
Like I don't know. I just wanna, or just a perception check on him. I guess.
You have just seeing this, knowing this is an Emerald Enclave strongholds.
Yeah.
Druids, powerful druids, can summon life to trees around them, to create living trees. And Liverlas appears to be a very powerful treant that resides here in the forest. He's a living creature. So
He's still alive?
he's stabilized.
Yeah.
We need to get these guys to back to the inn or someplace.
Yeah. Let's take them back
I'll
to
pick up
some druids.
Miros. On my shoulders.
All right, you pick up Miros, and Naxi just says, "We should take them to the Harvest Home Abbey. The acolytes there can do something.
Yes.
Hopefully."
I pick up Shalvis then.
Lead the way.
All right, she grabs her wizard staff and stands up, looking pretty brutal. Her clothes a little tattered.
Lucius, do you think you could bring the halfling?
I lean down and I pick up the halfling, bring him.
Thank you, Lucius. You're so kind. See, Goldenfields is doing some good on you.
I need to sleep. I am so exhausted.
No, you're not. I healed you so strongly.
You as you guys leave, Naxi kind of takes her wizard staff and just kind of knocks Liverlas's trunk and says, "I'll be back for you."
I actually didn't get hit once the entire battle. I could have stayed at 3 HP.
That's true.
All right, so you guys quickly make your way over to the Harvest Home Abbey. Had never been here before. Again, it's a large, well-designed stone structure that have carvings of Shantae statues every corner, where she's kind of holding up, like Atlas style, holding up the corners, as though her hands are raised to the sky. And around her are various carvings of bountiful goods. There are well-tended hedges that surround the foundation, and a giant sun-shaped window of stained glass set upon the center entrance as you're taking the steps leading towards it. There are various stained glass windows with images of wheats and fruit and vegetables. As you can see, there's like pillar arcades within. And you can see it towards the back of the building, mounted between sturdy roof beams. It's a large bronze bell that is currently tolling. You just watch it go back and forth as it joins in unison with the rest of the gongs around Goldenfields.
I don't understand how they got in. You're surrounded by walls.
Maxine just trudging forward, leading the way, says, "It's the damn captain, Strong Thunderblade. He's useless, lazy, and he's incompetent. We already knew there were giants to the north, but he refuses to do anything about it."
What's that have to do with these ogres?
"I don't know, but he's clearly not doing a very good job at protecting us if they've got in past his men."
Well, the 3 groups that we just fought came from the south. Would there be a breach in the wall?
"That's likely." And so as you now guys are approaching, you're watching as troops of guards now are kind of running throughout the city. You find that you see a group head towards the Harvest Home Abbey, and an individual guard that's kind of leading them seems to be in a more commanding kind of position as they run into the Harvest Home Abbey.
Like that's where we are?
Well, you guys are approaching. Are you guys going to enter?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still carrying everyone.
Yeah. So as you enter, you see it's a very simple church, with pews and pillars. At the far ends, towards the altar area, you see what presumably Father Darovic wearing his garb.
I would know. Is
Yeah.
it Father Darovic?
Recognize him. You see various acolytes now, kind of running about with the guards. You see that one guard who kind of looks like he's in command of that unit, talking profusely with Father Darovic, and you see Z Lang there as well.
Can I
Where can I
go
put
to him and tell? Can I go up to him and say like we found some injured villagers, and we kind of need some help to bring them back?
Father Darovic says, yes. And he seems very frantic. He's like,
We're really exhausted, but they are not doing so good.
Bring them to one of my acolytes. They will tend to the wounds, please. And he waves to one of the acolytes, and you see a bunch of them come over with stretchers and whatnot, and take the bodies from you guys.
Thank you, guys.
And they you see in one of the rooms off to the side, they've started making a makeshift infirmary of sorts, and they bring the bodies up there to examine and take care of.
I ask the orderly, let me know when Miros is awake, and then I just sit down in a corner, slump down against the wall.
All right, you sit there, watching kind of everything transpire. It looks like chaos. And obviously, everyone's been caught off guard in the middle of the night.
Are the guards still inside the abbey?
There are some in the abbey. You see Father Darovic is still kind of chatting with this one lieutenant of sorts.
Can I listen in on that conversation?
Yeah. You kind of step closer, and you hear he's more of just giving a report. He's saying, Father, the men have been called to arms. We are currently securing our outposts. I've received word from the south, and he kind of points off towards the direction you guys were fighting from. He says, a larger force is outside the walls. They have somehow, the smaller force somehow climbed over. We're not sure how they got past our guards, but there's a huge force outside the walls right now. We are now positioning our archers to defend that portion of the wall, but it'll take some time. Father Darovic has his hands in his robes, just looking a little distressed. Says, and where's Captain Strongblade in all of this? The lieutenant kind of just pauses for a sec with this, stumbles over his words and says, he's on his way. He got caught up in he basically doesn't know what to say, and says he'll be here soon. You watch as Z Lang now says, Father, I told you that man is useless. Look what's happening. If it wasn't for him, if he would have just listened to our intel and done something about it, this would never have happened. And
can I ask something to them?
Are you asking the DM or are you asking them?
No, can I interfere in the conversation and ask why they're coming all the way here to get some food?
They kind of look at you in the middle of a report. They say, Father Darovic just says, I have no idea. I mean, they must be hungry, I suppose, that they would attack for food. And the lieutenant just looks at you for a sec.
Z, you said that there was intel that the captain of the guards has ignored. What is this intel that you're speaking of?
Father Darovic kind of begins to interrupt her from just saying anything, but she pushes through the two of them, comes directly towards you, and she says, we were attacked not 2 weeks ago by hill giants. The reports are clear. They're coming from the north. It was only a matter of time before they came again. We've told the Captain Strongblade to reinforce the walls. I've been trying to have him double the guard, hire more mercenaries, more adventurers. But he says there's no point, that he has everything under control. I don't even think he briefed his men. And you see the lieutenant's face kind of go a little white. As he kind of just looks around and says, what she says is true. Most of the men didn't even know about the reports. They weren't even on full alert.
But these goblins, they're attacking from the south. Could this have any relation to the hill giants?
He stands up a little taller, saying, "Yes, we currently have reports from the south, where the breach has occurred. Multiple hill giants are standing outside our walls, with what appears to be more ogres and a large band of goblinoids. We are currently sending our best archers to reinforce the southern wall."
Tell me straight, are you confident that now that you're aware of the situation, that you have it under control?
Until those men are able to arrive at those walls, it is still in jeopardy. Last word I've gotten was that the hill giants are trying to climb the wall. Our men cannot hold those back, not until the rest of them get there.
Well, we are in a pickle now. Your druids can do something?
The father looks around and says, "I can try to find some, but we spread ourselves thin. We're scouting the rest of Goldenfields to ensure there's no other breach." At which point, busting through the doors, another guard comes running through. He looks bloodied, clearly having fought something in the fields. Just shouts, "The giants! They're over the wall! We need backup! We need reinforcements!" As he starts to pass out from the blood loss, one of the acolytes quickly rushes over and grabs him before he falls over.
Well, we might as well go and look at this one as well.
I'm beginning to think.
I think the guards can take care of it themselves this time.
Yes, it really appears that they're giving that impression, doesn't it?
The lieutenant says,
Are we in any condition, like, are we going to save this town single-handedly?
No, but we can lend a hand.
I feel as though this town might be lost.
The lieutenant says, "We are sending our men. We'll have archers there momentarily. If you could reinforce the archers, that would be helpful, but you are visitors here. We can't ask you to do that if you don't want to."
I turn to the abbot and I say, tell me, what is the evacuation plan in a situation like this?
He looks at you a little flustered and says, just caught off guard. Maxine steps forward and she says, "There is no evacuation plan. This isn't supposed to happen in the first place." And she shoots a cold look at the abbot, who shies away from her deep, deep gaze.
Well, we have two options. We can either try and help them reinforce the south wall, or just abandon this place to its fate.
Well, I don't know, like, I can mock giants, but there's not anything else I can do right now.
Reinforcing, like shooting them with arrows?
The lieutenant nods at you, says, "We are sending our archers to the walls."
When all of your archers make it to the walls, will you be able to hold them back? You've seen the size of the army. You know the size of your own forces. What are the odds here?
We can't leave the rest of the walls undefended. We can only send so many to the south wall. We should be able to hold them back from the wall if we can somehow drive the hill giants out of here. But they have ogres and goblins galore out there. We've done it before, but not with this many giants. When our men get there, we should be able to hold them back from getting up the wall again.
How many giants are inside the town currently?
The lieutenant just looks at the now passed out guard. Says,
Okay.
"Last I heard, there were no giants."
Can I
men.
go climb on one of the roofs to try to look at the fields?
Okay.
Wait, didn't one of the guards just say that the hill giants had made it over the walls?
I
Yeah,
thought
Yeah.
that's what it said.
He just passed.
I'm gonna
Well,
go take a look.
he passed from his wounds, as he was
Oh,
saying.
different to than talking to us. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he
Acrobatics
was
check?
also mistaken that they were ogres, like
I walk.
the other dude,
Orin.
Orin.
Like just, or they're actually just goblins.
I walk over to the dude who's lying on the ground. I sort of roll him over onto his back, and I pat him on the cheek to see if he wakes up.
Make a stabilize, like a medicine check. Are you going to the tower, Zaya?
I'm just trying to the closest roof where I can see the fields from.
All right, so you run outside. Takes you a little longer. Takes you a little longer, but
Natural 20.
Nice. It takes you a little longer, but you manage to again find a house that somewhat faces the fields.
Do I do a perception check?
Yeah. While you're running, Rogadar.
I'm sprinkling some of my spice into his mouth and sort of pouring some water over to see if that helps.
He just starts coughing profusely, and he's just, oh, it burns! Oh, am I in the 9 hells? Did I die?
No, your city is being attacked by giants and swarms of enemies. How many giants are in the town?
The lieutenant kind of walks over and says, soldier, stand up! And he just stands up, and the lieutenant just barks an order, report! And he says, 2 giants gotten over the wall. They're breaking off chunks of the wall, throwing it at the men on the walls. We're scattered. We're trying to regroup in the fields, but they've got some kind of catapult system or something. They're lobbing goblins onto the walls into the fields. We're scattered. We're broken. We need more men at the wall to rally us and help us defend.
Where was Zili Yang at our last battle?
She went to
Here.
go tell the abbot that we sent her to do that.
I forget.
I turn to the party and I say, Goldenfields is a lost cause. We should just get out of here.
I wonder if there's any safe route
We have
out
no
of here,
ties
though.
to this town.
While it's happening, Zaya, you look out. Put your
I
hands
have a
to your eyes.
23. 23.
Oh, you enhance your zoom by 23 times optical zoom. You can spot just way off in the distance, right up against the wall, 2 lumbering, large figures.
They're still standing.
Yeah, you can make out one just reach up kind of the wall and just you just watch him just throw something. You can see one of them kind of like swatting his body, but it's at this distance, far distance. You can just barely make them out.
Okay.
I turn to Lucius and I say, weren't you tasked by someone to deal with giants?
I was tasked to collect information, not to commit suicide.
Z just looks at you. Father, I'm going. And she just storms out.
Good luck! As I see her running outside. Good luck!
Maxine stands up, dusts herself off, and says, it's my job as the protector of the city, the Gilded Mages of Waterdeep, to protect it at the best of my abilities. She kind of looks at you guys and says, good luck with whatever you do. And never use my name to get out of trouble again.
That's a brave woman.
She walks out and heads away.
Especially after her failure in the last battle.
Okay. She was so useful last time.
I chime in. I'm tagging along with you guys. I just got here with you. So whatever you guys decide.
I'll go back outside, I guess.
Alright.
And report!
So Zaya comes running in.
Guys! There's actually 2 giants outside. Inside the wall. Along the wall. Getting
Inside
in.
the wall. Inside?
Yes. No. One is inside and one is tossing goblins inside.
No, you saw 2 inside.
Oh, 2 inside and one is tossing goblins inside.
No, you just saw 2 inside.
Oh. So who is tossing goblins inside?
So has anyone ever fought a hill giant before?
Nope.
You
a long
have.
time ago.
Long time ago?
before I met.
Oh
these
yeah,
folks.
I fought a hill giant. It was easy last time.
Usually
that
when I
the-
fought them in the past, there were many of us fighting them.
That was the one where he was on top of the hill.
Yeah,
and
that I
hitting log.
that I befriended.
Yeah. Oh, we could try that again. Do you have
I can't. I have nothing left. I literally can't do.
That's the thing.
anything.
This is going to be the 4th battle in a row with no sleep.
But I can cast my little hut.
It seems like the gods
There's
are
no
against us.
Damn.
Whatever we're going to do, we must do it quickly. Our window of both escape and attack are closing every second.
We can't really escape.
Where are you going to go after this town?
To any of the other towns where we can collect information.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the grandmother. For Nasrim.
What are you
Forget her
saying?
name.
Use your words.
I'm gonna go to the grandmother.
What is she going to do?
What
She's a
grandmother?
druid. She can do something
She's
like
an old lady.
make a wall of stone. I know that much. So she can literally rebuild this freaking wall in a second. I'm gonna go ask her if she can do that.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
Right? Make yourself useful. This is a town of druids, and druids can do a lot of stuff. Well, let's go wake her up. I can't even find her name anywhere in here.
That's the plan, at least.
So I want to go to her, the rabbit hut.
All right. As you run out towards, you leave the Harvest Home Abbey, head back up
And
towards.
I'll tell them as I'm running out. I'm gonna go to Savenbra. Ah, that's it. Nelrissa.
So
That's her name.
So, Rissa,
Nelrissa. The druid.
Selrissa.
Oh well, I had Nelrissa.
All right. So it takes you a little while to head towards the rabbit hole. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm going to go with her.
All right,
Thanks,
so you-
Wolverbane.
Dang, I was just gonna go and. Oh, I'm gonna go and see where the giants are.
Hey, as
Yeah,
we're
I'm
running,
gonna go with Rogadar.
as we're running, can
Keep
I
in
also
touch with,
ask Wolverbane about stories about the giants and
with
the
Earrings.
stuff? So tell me about the time that you fought the hill giant.
And I tell her,
All right. You recount glorious battle.
which you should be narrating.
You tell a glorious battle upon the hilltop of Phandalin as a hill giant seemingly wanted to steal all the crops. You recall a battle using Darren Edermath, who took a smack to his face, and other entities. But one thing you do remember, actually make a intelligence check. See if you
Intelligence, yay. 12.
You recall when you were fighting that battle, the hill giants kept referring to an individual named Chief Guh.
Oh, there was this guy, the hill giant kept talking about Chief Guh, I think.
And then you embellish the story to make it sound like you were the hero. But I'm pretty sure it was Osabar that killed him.
It was.
But in my story, it was me.
It was you, and you alone, as all the ladies of Phandalin were watching and cheering you on, swooning at your muscles. Okay.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure, roll deception.
Because I know all about Fable.
I rolled deception.
Yeah, deception versus insight.
Minus 2, 12. Oh!
Whoa! Wait, it's a 6!
I guess
Zaya
fine.
is just she begins swooning too. She
Why'd you
becomes
get a
one of
6?
the females of Fenland as well.
I think to myself, Wolverbane, we could tell great stories together. Actually, I'll say that out loud, not think it. I'll
And
say
in your
to
mind, you're
Wolverine.
thinking, Wolverine, we can make great babies together.
No!
I don't think that's biologically possible.
No. Michael,
alright,
that's
so-
really weird. Okay.
So as you guys race towards the rabbit home, Lucius and Rogadar, you guys race towards the south.
Make my way towards the
May as
south.
well get eyes on it if we're gonna be sticking around.
All right. You watch as various. You can see in the fields various troops, kind of squads almost of guards and archers, rangers rather. They're racing through the fields, just trying to find the shortest way there. You can see Naxseed and Z together, just kind of in the distance as they're running as well, just running through. You see your fire that you've caused over to your left-ish. It's dwindled quite a bit. There's still embers and still looking hot, but the villagers seem to have gotten most of it under control. But you do see a kind of a large force of rangers heading towards the wall, and just quickly look to the walls themselves. You see them all multiple movement on the wall, moving up and down them, as there seems to be quite a lot of movement of the guard.
Can I look for the giants?
Yeah. You just kind of it's not hard to see. You follow the movement of all the troops in Naxseed and Z, and you just kind of follow the line, and you see inside the wall, not just kind of, they're now pressing away from the wall a bit. Two large individuals, two large humanoid creatures.
Can
what do
I
they
get a
appear to
sense?
be doing?
They appear to be breaking off chunks off the wall and just throwing it at the archers.
How far are they throwing them?
Quite far. Let's see. You see one of them is like taking his hand and swiping it along the top of the battlements, and you're watching as the archers are kind of scattering. He's clearing out the top, the wall.
Oh my god.
While another one is grabbing chunks and just he's throwing them a solid 200 feet almost. Just launching it. And you just watch it soar and as it just falls to the field, and you see a giant cloud of dust.
How big are these creatures?
They are quite tall.
Oh jeez.
Let me look at my monster
Are
manual.
they considered huge?
Yep. They are giants after all.
Oh my
So they take
gosh.
up about 15 feet? 15
Yeah.
feet square?
They are considered to be huge creatures. But they are the smaller version, the smaller of the giants. They are fat. They look they look like ogres, but big, gluttonous, fat, just pulsing, gross, like tumor-like extrusions on their bodies. They look disgusting.
He really does.
Can I get
Are
a
we
sense
there?
of how many people are running towards them currently?
Looking at the, from what you can see there, you can see about maybe probably like 50 archers, different like in groups of 10, just in like little squads, just running towards. But they're also trying to dodge a hail of just rocks being thrown at them.
How tall are they? It actually kind of matters if you can give me that.
Yeah, there somewhere in this book there is a size thing. Jeez, there's a height thing here somewhere. What size do you need them to be?
Well, I'm curious to know for spell range purposes.
Let's see. Because oh, damn it.
Maybe 20 feet tall?
Yeah, about 16 to 18 feet tall. They're the smaller of the true giants. They're more fat. They're just huge. They're like really obese. We're looking at about 18 feet high.
So they don't
Okay.
run fast.
What are you thinking, Lucius?
Do we make it to Valresa?
I can blind one of them.
Ooh, that could be handy. Could you blind the one that's throwing stuff?
Aren't they both throwing stuff?
One of them was
One's just
smacking the wall.
clearing the walls. The other one's throwing
All right.
crap at the fields.
Yeah, I could blind one of them for up to 10 minutes, and we could focus our efforts on the second.
Sounds good to me.
But that's about all I have left up my sleeve.
I have nothing left up my sleeve. I'm not even wearing sleeves.
How close together are they in reality? Like, are they standing side by side doing this, or?
Oh, they're fairly close. They're not like 10 feet from each other. I would say about 25, 30 feet from one another.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can. Should we wait for the others then, in hopes that they bring something useful? I worry about how long this is taking.
Yes. Handy dandy little earpieces. Get the ETA from them.
All right. You guys hear as you're making your way to the rabbit home. You guys just get to it as Rogadar says in your ear, ETA!
We're just getting there now.
We're doing this
Apparently.
concurrently, right?
Yeah.
I kind of say over the earpiece, if this goes to hell, I am getting right out of here.
As you approach Celeris's home, you can see a lot of the doors are wide open, and the home, aside from a few individuals taking care of children, everyone seems to have left the long home.
We look for her.
Can I shout?
Yeah, I mean, like you go to her,
Hello, Larissa.
you go to her home, and her home seems vacant. As you're pounding on the door, you looking at the kids, you do spot Sarvin with his wispy beard.
Hey, where's your grandmother at? Hey kids, I hope you're doing good. Where's your grandmother?
He looks a little excited by this whole combat. He's holding his long sword, and he's just like,
You know, I'll tell you some great stories, but right now I really need to find your grandmother.
I don't know. They just told us kids to stay here, but I can fight. Take me with you. I know how to cut a man's throat. I learned it from that doorstop guy. Remember?
Did any of you kids look out to where the grown-ups were heading?
One of the adults that are taking care of the kids walks up to you and says, "Please don't scare the children."
I'm not scaring. Look, I'm their height. I'm not scaring them.
There is a very good chance that this entire town will fall tonight. They need a little bit of fear.
She looks at says, please get out."
I stared down at her.
She cowers a little bit. Says, "Okay, well, they're doing scouting parties. I mean, as you can see, we're being attacked."
Is there any druids close by that we can talk to? Because apparently they're not really helping right now, your scouting team.
Okay, so, just think about what's transpired. Not a lot of time has gone by. I mean, each of the combats have taken relatively a few times. So by the time you guys got to the third group, I mean, it hasn't been like hours, right? So you now, like, the city's starting to bustle, and you're starting to watch all the troops and the town folk be called to arms, as they were also caught off guard. So she looks at you and says, looks out the window and says, they seem to be doing their job now. Okay.
So I'll tell to Rogadar and Lucius, I'll ask, guys, have you seen any, like, scouting group? Because there's no one here, there's only kids. They seem to be out.
We've seen bunches of people going to support the wall, but that's
like druids.
about it.
Druids group.
How do we identify druids?
You're
where-
kind of far away from everyone.
So you
wearing,
guys
like,
notice there's not a lot. There's not
clothes?
civilians running towards, the main force of what appears to be the main force of the south. It's all troops, as they're all heading towards that direction.
I put my finger to my ear and I say, I do believe that the abbot mentioned that the druids were spreading out to check the condition of all of the walls.
Oh. Well, they should be heading south. We have to tell them they're not looking.
We're not gonna find anything here. Let's just meet up with them
Yeah.
again.
Okay, let's go back.
All right. So you guys head to the fields now. You see, like, obviously the villages, the villages are securing the town. You can see them all in the fields, just spreading out as much as possible. A lot of shouting, a lot of chaos, but you get passed by another wave of troops who are now running towards the wall as well.
You think we can let it
Yeah,
go
I'm gonna wait.
for an hour, and then join the battle? Watch and see how it goes.
I just want to watch it. See.
Just rest for. We're gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, we're gonna make a little campfire. I can make my hut, and we can just sit and chill. Although it's not gonna give me any spell slots back, it's not giving me anything to do a short rest.
We could hit dice up, and I get a bunch of things back. Oh, I get one thing back.
We can
I get
but-
my spell slots back too, but I don't think that waiting for an hour while they're attacking is going to be wise.
I think time is of an essence here. The faster these Goliaths are dealt with, the better chance there is for stabilizing
Are there Goliaths there?
on the wall.
By the time an hour passes
giants,
by, the
sorry.
archers will have already gotten there, and our pointer will be mute.
All right. What's our plan of action?
We joined that fray that just started running towards the wall, and we joined them along the way.
Okay. As long as there's other people there.
Yeah, looking around, you guys.
There's lots of other people.
Like guard, having been caught off guard, no pun intended, are now like the forces of Goldenfields are descending upon what the army of the goblins, the hill giants.
Okay.
Let's get on with it.
All right, so you guys meet up in the group, and you're kind of running alongside with a bunch of archers, rangers. They're shouting. As you get closer and closer, the size of the hill giants start to become more apparent. You see as the two of them have somewhat cleared the walls, scattered in your forces from there, and they grab the giant chunks of the wall, like the battlements, and they carry them both in their hands each, and they start to walk away from the wall. And you watch as both of them just chuck the rocks. One lands off to the right a bit from you guys. It's like it just explodes and it just echoes throughout the fields. As it hits some of the guards, it just takes out a group of them. And as the other hill giant tosses his, soars over your guys' heads as it lands behind you. And you hear some screams and shouts as it scatters another unit. Well, as they now walk towards you with the rocks in still another rock in each of their hands. Make a perception check.
27.
13.
22.
How
Okay.
come you,
28.
How come you keep adding stuff to it? Why is it not automatic?
Oh, because it's a special skill. It's a bard thing, but I can't add it.
Lucius, you're just running. You're kind of just focused, just obviously not wanting to be here, just wondering why. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time. Just not really. The sound of the explosion kind of rings in your ears for a second. Wolverbane, as you're running, you just hear. You don't really think about it. As Zaya and Rogar are running, they hear that as well. They look up. You guys just watch as 5 small objects are launched over the wall.
Watch out!
Directly, kind of in your line of fire.
Objects falling from the sky.
As I'm running, I'm going to manifest my flaming greatsword.
All right, you lighting, not lighting the field on fire, but illuminating the area around you.
Yeah, it doesn't actually. It's not actually real fire.
Set with advantage. So you watch as now these objects, these round objects, are flung over the wall, and you hear them just fly towards you guys. Damn it! Disadvantage. Oh, that failed. Ow. Okay, one of them. So you watch now as you run towards them, you start to see the figures get closer and closer. They are round objects, but as they soar towards you guys, Zaya just shouts out, "Watch out!" You watch as they get in view, they're quite spiky. They're like these round spiky balls, and they just come crashing all around you, just blind firedly into the walls. One of them does get fairly close to one of you guys. We're about to find out who. Lucius. Not really paying attention. You start to see these things crash around you. You look up as one is flying towards you. Make a acrobatics or acrobatics as you try to dodge out of the way.
13.
You barely make it, but it just kind of clips you. Like as it hits, it explodes and shrapnel hits you, doing 3 points of piercing damage because it was only the shrapnel. You manage to dodge out of the brunt of being smashed by this thing. As it explodes, you hear this guttural cry of "Blah!" And you look quickly and you see just goblin guts everywhere. You look around and you notice now what was flung over were goblins wearing spiky armor and spiky helmets, just getting launched over the wall, and they have just died on impact.
Oh, they're doing our job for us.
You continue forward, and you watch now as being more mindful of this situation. You start watching as goblins are just being flung over the wall, just constantly being just falling over the wall as the hill giants slowly lumber towards you guys.
We've been spotted.
Well, they're walking towards the city as he's walking towards what appears to be the archers, the large force attacking. You see them
How far
again.
are you from them right now?
About 200 feet. You're getting close.
Okay.
They're holding the rocks in one hand, but you also notice that they don't have their great clubs with them. They are not with their weapons. You can spot one of their weapons just sitting on top of the battlements, as if they had placed it there to climb up the wall, and being stupid as they are, forgot to bring them with them. Okay. You just changed the map here real quick.
Sorry, say again. They don't have weapons?
No, they're just carrying these two stones and have seemingly left their giant great clubs behind because they couldn't climb with them.
Ooh, our friendly treant is back on the field.
No, it's not. Live for less. Let me just fix this here. Take your tokens from the north and place it somewhere, up there.
Where?
We're still a ways away from them, right?
My
Yeah,
gosh.
some distance. So you watch these large, disgusting-looking humanoid creatures. Again, big, cancerous, bulbous, pus-filled, cankerous-looking crap all over their bodies. They look full of dirt, holding chunks of rock. As they watch their giant bellies lift and fall. As they crash through.
So no one else is trying to attack them? It's only us there?
You watch as the guards that you've been running with, they start to scatter and kind of form a giant circle around. You see them shout as the different squads begin to fan out, trying to avoid any goblin catapult attacks. As they begin to rain, they still rain all over the place, but the archers begin to spread out and you see them take a knee. Are essentially preparing to fire on these hill giants. I'm missing a token. It's Lucius. Let me do that for you. Just gonna remove this turn order. All right. Roll for that initiative.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice. Jeez, they suck. Wow, they suck. Can you have an initiative of 0? Is that a thing?
I'm twice
Yeah.
in the
Yeah, you can. have
Negative
any
on
initiative,
dex?
I think.
Yeah, straight up 0 on one and 5 on the other. Okay. And
Well, maybe there's still hope.
and just one more here real quick. All right. All right. So you watch now. The archers are spreading out. They're taking a knee, and they are preparing to fire. Rognar, what do you do?
I am just full out dashing forward. I counted it out. That's my full 60 feet of movement.
Okay. All right. So. Okay.
How is everyone for health?
Okay.
I'm good.
Oh, I'm probably horrible, but I'll be fine.
I have a feeling these things could one-shot all of us.
Yeah, I think so too.
Probably, but we'll be fine.
All right. So, as you run forward, Rognar, you hear again as you look up and you watch as I don't know if you can see my little drawings.
Yeah, we do.
5 goblinoid figures again in their little balls. They spread out. Their spiky armor and their spiky helmets just exposed as they come crashing down around you. They just start blowing up around you. You just watch their guts explode and their body parts fly everywhere, leaving little craters. Seemingly dodged all of that. Zaya. Oh, sorry, Lucius.
Sorry, just counting out distance. Okay, I'll use my action to dash, and I go down here to the south.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
All right. Zaya.
I was gonna go 50 feet south, I guess.
All right.
So
Or-
45.
Wolverbane.
Gonna dash. Out there.
All right.
And wait, okay, never mind. Dash was the action.
You watch now as the hill giant get 40. You watch as one of the hill giants turns to the other and says, "Oi, Lob! Look at all the small things. Let's bring them to Chief Ga. Then
Oh,
she
it's
will.
Chief Ga.
Then
Same
she.
guy.
Then she will forgive us." And Lob, the other hill giant, says, "Oh, that's a good idea, Og. Let's do that." As the hill giant dashes towards you, Wolverbane, just runs right at you.
Holy crap.
You see in his hand just giant rock as he just charges right for you.
That is a long way it can move.
You hear a shout and like someone blow a horn. Like, you hear as now the archers surrounding them just shoot. You watch the arrow just fly to the sky towards them. Oh, shit, I lost. Does this work? 2, 6. You watch as the field is just riddled with like 50 arrows. Just, one squad manages to hit Og, another one manages to hit Lob. So that'd be 16. 13. Okay. You watch them just get pelted by a crap ton of arrows, and they don't even seem like they care. It's Lob's turn now, as Lob follows, just starts dashing as well, following Og's lead, runs towards Rogadar, just dashing right towards you. And then Rogadar.
Okay. I just swing twice at him. 27 to hit.
That hits.
6 points of slashing.
All right.
12 to hit.
The second attack gets embedded in his fat. He just kind of pops his belly a bit and pops your glaive right out.
Okay. And then I'll just enter a ready stance and stay there.
All right. Okay. You watch now as, or you hear now as the goblin huckers outside the wall just reload and start shooting again. They just firing a little further north this time. Rogadar make a dex saving throw and acrobatics as you watch after you stab one of the giants.
Acrobatics or dexterity saving throw, which one?
Make an acrobatics check as you.
They're both the same. Doesn't make a difference, but 16.
Perfect. You roll out of the way just in time to avoid a barrage. Lucius.
Okay. I move 30 feet to the south.
Okay.
I turn to the hill giant closest to me, and I cast darkness with its head as the center.
No, you didn't. All right.
So 15-foot sphere of magical darkness. Even creatures with dark vision can't see through it because it's magical darkness.
All right, you just.
And because it's tall enough, we can still see the bottom of its body, so we get advantage on it, and it gets disadvantage on us.
Yeah, you watch this big, just this essence of darkness appear pretty much on the upper portion of the giant, but you still see his knees, his thighs. His hands go up and kind of disappear in the orb. He just says, "Lob, what are you doing? Take this sack off my head! We have to get the foodsies! And Lob just is like, what are you saying, Og? I don't understand. Why are you wearing a black thing on your head? Zaya.
Okay, so
So he basically just can't see, right?
He can't see.
So yeah, I guess he would just attack with disadvantage.
I'm
And it
gonna.
lasts for 10 minutes, so probably the rest of this battle.
Alright.
Looking around, does it seem like there's anyone else coming through, or does it seem like they're being stopped?
Looking at the wall, you kind of look to the southeast. The sun is beginning to rise a little bit. But it doesn't seem like anyone's on the walls. You just hear rangers on the further part of the walls just launching arrows. You can see them shooting off behind the wall, and you hear the sounds of shouting from beyond the walls as there's somewhat of a battle going back and forth of range battles.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hold Person at 3rd level.
Okay. Who you?
So you make, and I'm assuming they're within 30 feet one from another.
5, 10, 15. Yep.
So they both make a Wisdom save.
Okay. Seven and 18.
So the 18 makes it.
Okay.
So is that the one that's blinded too?
Well, it depends which one are you shooting it at.
I'm shooting it at 2 giants.
Yeah, but which one are you targeting first before it bounces to the other one?
Is that how it works?
Well, just to determine which one saved or not. Okay, so anyways, the one to the north, you watch as his body seizes up and he becomes paralyzed as the whole person takes effect. And you hear him say, Og, why are you holding me? And you watch as Og, with his big black spear on his head, says, what do you mean? You have the sack over my head. Stop this. And Lobs just says, no, you're holding me. You stop it.
He technically can't speak.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he's paralyzed, he can't talk either.
Flavor. You watch
So
as
one
now-
of them is blinded and one of them is held.
Yeah.
Now let's wreck these fools.
Paralyzed holds even when attacked.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they have a chance on every turn to break out of it.
But they have a wisdom of like 0, -1, so they're never breaking out of it.
Yeah, there's one of them that rolled an 18. Jeez.
That's true. Wolverbane, you watch. It's hard for you to see that some of the orb kind of obscures your vision.
He's blinded. That gives him disadvantage on all attacks.
And you advantage on attacks against
Now I
him.
get advantage. Okay. All right, so that's. I don't have to do what I was gonna do. I'll just attack him then. Cool. I will attack him with my great axe. I will chop at his calves.
All right,
22
that hits.
for 7 damage. And attack again. 26 for 15 damage.
Wow. 20. How much damage? 7 to 20. Wait, what?
That makes 22.
Oh, 22.
22 total damage.
You just lumberjack his ankles. Ox just says, Lob, there's something at my foot. Seriously, please take this sack off my head. It kind of hurts. It is now his turn, as frustratingly begins to swing wildly. No, actually, he does not.
Oh wait, does it paralyzed? That's where, if you're within 5 feet melee range, every attack is critical. Is that it?
I believe so. Yeah,
Oh, I should have gone for him.
I gotta double check that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you get advantage on a blind creature, but I think
You get. I'm pretty sure you do.
blindness.
Because the thing is, he can't see, but you can, right? So normally in a heavily obscured area.
Yeah, you're right. I see it.
Yeah.
It's like the right thing. Attack rolls against creature and attack rolls from the creature are disadvantaged.
So like normally, like if two people were in the
Yeah.
darkness, they would just cancel out.
Right.
But because he's out, because Wolverine is outside of it.
Okay.
he
Now,
gets advantage.
so you watch as Og is just reaching for his black severed hand and just says, "Lob, I don't like this. I'm going to squish them." And you watch as Og puts his hands out like this, and he just falls forward towards Wolverine. Attempting to squash you. Please be high.
With disadvantage, though, right?
Yeah, you're lucky. It was a disadvantage. Wow. Rolls a natural one on disadvantage. As he lands.
He lands on a spike and impales himself.
He lands, but he falls. He tries to fall forward, but he actually falls backwards. Just not really sure which way he's standing because he's an idiot. You watch as he kind of topples towards you. You get ready to dodge out of the way, and you watch him fall. Poof, he lands backwards, and just a wheat mushroom cloud appears as he just leaves a large angel-shaped crater, and just says, "Lob, did I get them? Did I have them underneath me?" He's now laying down over here, backwards and prone.
Oh, do I get? He moved out of my melee range. Do I get a?
No, it's not. He didn't. Like, I just fine. He moved here, but he's not like physically moving. He just fell backwards. His feet are still 5 feet from you.
Okay.
I have a question about the darkness. Does it move with his head, or does it stay in the same place?
It does. If he cast it at a point of origin, it or like on an object, it will follow that object.
Oh, awesome.
All right, so the whole just black thing falls to the ground, and you just see these feet poking out from it, these legs rather. Wow, you dodged a pretty good one, Wolverine. Lob, who is paralyzed, is just looking around, trying to fight it. Doesn't fight it at all. And now you hear again another blow of a horn as you hear a bunch of arrows go flying.
And they all get advantage too.
What did I write down?
Oh, actually, no, not the one on the
Not
prone
the
dude.
prone guy, yeah.
It becomes normal, cancels out.
Even though he's probably taller than all of us standing, while he's laying down.
Yeah, well. Ain't that a bitch? Advantage. That hits. Advantage. Okay. You watch as a crap ton of arrows shoot towards the non-moving giants, who's paralyzed and making it a super easy target as he's just standing there. These guards have had a lot of raging practice. You just watch them all aim for him, and Rognar, you just watch as right above you, just arrows start just pelting right into him. They're just breaking off and it's showering you with just wood and splinters as Lob is just wrecked by a crap ton of arrows. A batch managed to also hit Og, who's laying on the grounds. You watch them all disappear to the sphere. They just disappear. You hear, "Ow! That hurt!" Lob, who is now also yeah. Wait, did I do that right?
You never clicked through
Right, yeah.
Og's turn.
Sometimes I click it, sometimes it just doesn't go. Rognar, your turn.
Okay. I attack him. Is it advantage on these or no?
You paralyze, yeah.
Okay, so that's a 25 to hit for the first, and a 21 to hit for the second.
Yeah, that hits, and they're
automatic
critical.
crits, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 plus 10 plus another 2d6.
So 17 so far.
Plus another 13, plus another 2d10.
30.
and then I'm gonna smack him with the back of my club as well. Which is, oh my goodness, an 11. That one sucked.
All right, so the total damage was what?
Does 11 hit?
7, 10, 13, 30 points.
Yeah, okay, 30 points. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so you just start. Not even. There's no threat here. You smack him with your blunt side of your glaive, and just bounces off his kneecap. Just boing.
I'll find out again.
Second. Oh yeah, there's another. I drew that out. Another barrage of goblin huckers get launched over the wall, and they scatter around you. They explode. One of the goblins manages to somehow survive. It stands up for a second, but it's like missing half its body, so just his legs stand up, and the other body starts crawling towards it, and it just falls over. They just get decimated on impacts, but they don't. None of them hit you, Lucius.
All right, I run towards the fallen hill giant with my sword drawn.
Okay.
And begin hacking away at him. Make 2 attacks. 19 and 16.
They both hit.
Uh, 18 slashing damage total.
18 slashing. Yeah. You slash at his toes, start carving them up, and you see that he's missing a few toes already. And whatever toes he has, his black toenails are all black and crusty. Ugh, gross. Like my mom's toes.
And then I'm gonna take a step away.
All right.
Just in case.
Just in case. Lucius. Or Zaya, sorry. Zaya?
I'm gonna move 5 feet closer, and I'm gonna take out my hand crossbow, and I'm gonna take a shot at him. 24.
All right. Sorry.
Taking 2 shots.
No. It's just the first one. It's just I was.
Let's see if
just
you guys can see
trying
this. Oh, this is what's.
Ew.
Oh, they're launching things at you. Just launching goblins at you.
Oh, they're wearing spiked armor. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Spiky armor and spiky helmets are just. And here's another handout. Ugly giants for you to look at and abuse. Sorry, what'd you get, Zaya? You shoot your
6
hand crossbow.
Oh.
damage.
Yeah, you just. Are you hitting the guy at the ground? Oh, standing up, right?
The closer one to me.
All right. You just shoot him right in the face. Kind of just. It hits his nose where a giant pimple is, and the pimple explodes, and all this green pussy grossness just explodes and kind of starts dribbling down his nose.
On Rogadar.
No,
No.
close.
Close.
But not really. Wolverine.
Alright, I go up to this guy here in melee range. Attack with my great axe. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
8. I get 1 extra dice, right?
Yep.
Before adding your proficiency. Before adding the bonus.
So it's just the straight 8 plus 4, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah.
So 12.
12. Okay, yeah.
And I attack him again. Unless he's dead.
Yeah, he's still standing because he said he's still perfectly straight as ever because he can't move.
22 to hit.
But there is pain in his eyes. Yep.
That didn't work. Plus 14.
14. All right.
So it's 12 and 14, 26 total.
Og stands up, says, "Lob, are you out there? I don't hear you. I don't see you. Did you go home already? We haven't filled our sacks yet."
Are you speaking common?
Yeah, they're just straight up talking
Someone
Well,
should
actually, you know what?
pretend to be the other guy.
Shit, these guys talk giant. They don't speak common.
Oh.
They're speaking
So
common.
I understand.
Comedic effect.
Yeah.
We don't
You-
actually understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
But for comedic effect, you're telling us.
You're just shouting it out.
Sai is translating.
It stands up. It tries to find a target. It's blinded. Yo, this dice is seriously failing me. I think I've rolled 1, 2, and 3s all night on this dice.
No, you rolled an 18. You successed one of your wisdom.
I'm talking about my dice. So he fails to find anything. He starts swinging his hands, and he takes the rock and just throws it, and it crashes. And he just stands there and shouts, "Did I hit you?"
I yell, yes!
You don't understand giant.
Oh wait,
Team.
I don't understand.
And Lob. A 1 for his wisdom saving throw. Does not manage to save. Rogadar.
Okay, repeat of last turn. 24 to hit,
That hits.
and 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
6, 8, plus another 12, 14.
24.
So, and then I'll use the butt end of my glaive again. Natural 20, but doesn't make a difference.
Oh, jeez.
At least you don't have
I
to
tr-
roll the dice manually. Oh wait, you do, because it's the butt end.
Yeah, I do. For another 8.
Yeah, how do you want to kill this one?
Aha! Cool. I can't really reach high, so I'm just going to stab him in his one leg, stab him in his other leg, and then stab him right at the base of his gut with the butt end of my glaive.
You stab like one of his kneecaps. You watch his kneecap wobble as it's clearly giving out, but his body's kind of is in a paralyzed state. It doesn't quite give. You stab the other leg, and you watch the knees start to buckle as he begins to collapse. His legs collapse on itself. You just gut him. Oh, well, you're using your blunt end, right?
Yeah, I'm using the blunt end.
Yeah, you blunt
end of
it. You just blunt end his stomach, and you hear like liquids in his body. You swear you heard something shout or meow or cry from inside his belly.
Ugh.
But you smack it, but you're pretty sure that wasn't what killed it, because as it begins to buckle below his knees buckle, he begins to fall down towards you, and you quickly get out of the way before he basically crushes you with his big ass belly.
Did he eat relics?
Lob, or he crashes, and Og just says, well, actually, Og hears as the spell the whole person's spell ends. You hear Lob just let out a death cry. Og just, Lob, are you there? You're scaring me now. Where are you? And you start to hear Og start to whimper. He starts to cry, and just stop. Don't leave me. I don't want to go home alone. I don't know how to get home. I need you to help me get home. And you see him fall to one of his knees, and he's like, his hands disappear into the blackness, and he just starts to cry. Anything else on your turn?
I will start moving my way down to the other dude.
We should interrogate him.
We can't speak his language.
But you guys
down
just
to there.
Zaya does.
and
I do.
you just hear in a very a universal language of tears. I'm an ugly crier. And he watches like a giant booger fly out.
I feel no pity as I rush forward and begin hacking away at him.
All right, hack him. That is.
Oh, 22 and 13?
They both did.
Well, that was kind of crappy. 13 slashing damage.
You take this giant flaming sword and you just start cutting at him. You're just making his cries louder. He's like, no, let's get out of here. You don't know what he's saying.
And then I will go back again.
Zaya, you're up. You hear
Yeah.
Og just begging for Lob to get the hell out of here. Let's just go back home. I'd rather not die here.
I moved closer to get in range, and I'm gonna shoot another crossbow bolt. 21
That hits.
hits. 6 points of damage.
Yeah, you barely feels that one. As you
Oh.
sniff, and he like waits a giant booger, and you watch his hand extend out of the blackness, and there's this giant glob of something coming out of the blackness, and just whoosh, he's trying to flick it off, and he just wipes it on the ground.
Ew.
Wolverine, watching this ugly beast. Well, hearing him cry, anyways. What do you do?
Yeah, let's finish this.
Okay.
22.
Yeah,
5.
you slice into him.
Natural 20.
Okay.
What did that do?
15.
Oh no. What's
That's it.
Oh yeah, that's the total.
Yeah, yeah. All right, how do you want to do it?
Yeah. He's standing now, or is he still down?
Yeah, he's standing. He's kind of kneeling with his hands just whimpering, crying.
I wanna run up his knee up on his stomach into the darkness and hack away at his
Disadvantage.
head area.
Okay. Yeah. Just you watch as Wolverine disappears into the darkness, just dragging his great axe behind him, cutting up the ogre as you climb up in there. Judging by the height of the creature, you just start swinging at what presumably is his head. You just hear, and now you're just severing, just chopping into his face. His tearful cries turn into girdled, bloody cries of pain. As Og falls over, you watch as Wolverine spills out of the darkness.
Well,
And then a bunch of arrows fly over and just
we're all dead. For any
That
other
was
ones around.
surprisingly easy for that one. For that,
well, you guys are pretty strong when you combine your powers together.
Good
We held
calls
one
there.
and we blinded one.
You watch as at the feet of these giants. You watch. You hear another horn blow as you watch the archers just charge the wall. They run towards the wall, looking towards the staircases that lead up to the wall. And you begin to hear other horns, and the gongs on the wall start banging. The horn starts sounding. It almost sounds like a victory cry, almost, as the guards and all the troops are shouting cries of giant shouts of victory, and you just see them just constantly launching arrows past the wall, like over the wall.
I think our job over here is done. I
I
have
need
no
to
use from on
sleep.
top of a wall anyway.
We've done far more than was even our obligation.
And you, whatever army incursions beyond the wall, takes a few moments, but it sounds like there's a somewhat of a retreat, as whatever giants, ogres, and goblins are on the other side of the wall are being repressed, as now the forces of Goldenfields make their way to that southern wall and just give it to them.
Dang, that's a big army down there.
Goblin huckers and huckers, not hookers. Goblin huckers and a bunch of hill giants.
Were they carrying anything good?
Looking at their bodies, they had left behind giant sacks that appear to be empty. Other than that, they had nothing on them.
Wow.
They
It was
had
worth
intended
it.
to fill them.
Shall we go and see if our rooms are still available at the inn?
I need to sleep. I just want to go sleep. I just started walking towards.
All right.
You guys go ahead. I have no need to trance just yet.
Yeah, I need sleep. And I
Alright.
start going towards the inn.
All right. You guys head towards the inn. There's still somewhat of a chaos, but an organized chaos through the town.
You said dawn was starting to break, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, we've been up all night. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
We're gonna sleep till afternoon.
Easy. Yeah. But you know, the fires have been they've got rid of the fires. Again, the villagers are. You see, there's a hopeful feeling throughout the town. A lot of the guards congratulating each other, and everything seems to be okay in Goldenfields now.
I'd like to head back to the Harvest Home Abbey.
Okay. You make your way back there. A few guards are posted outside. It's turned into somewhat of a quick makeshift command post. Various guards are coming in, giving their reports from the surrounding walls. Just listening in, the reports sound hopeful, suggesting that the southern wall was pretty much the only place the wall was breached, and scouting parties have been sent out around Goldenfields to ensure whatever force came has been driven back.
Who all is here that I recognize?
As you enter, you see Father Darovic. You see Maxine, Z are there. You see a particular armored half orc talking to Father Darovic. And as you enter, two giant black bears just come charging at you. Just, Father Darovic sees that, just watches as you get just rammed by these two giant black bears. They run right into you, and then start sniffing all your pockets. Father Darovic just whistles and says, "Darlo, Tilby, leave the man alone." And the bears just don't seem to care and are just start sniffing through all your pockets. They're just harassing you. And Father Darovic goes back to talking to the half orc.
Can I hear what they're saying from here?
You're in the entrance, and they're kind of at the far end where a makeshift table has been put together, a map. Various guys are standing around to be some sort of a battle war room, but they're on the further side.
I would like to approach.
All right. As you approach, the black bears continue to follow you and harass you. You're pressing their snouts away, but they're not giving up. They're making it difficult for you to get anywhere. Takes you some time. You see Z is sitting on one of the pews, clearly exhausted, looking upset. Maxine is off in another corner. She's got a book out, and you see her quickly writing out details of whatever's transpired. As you approach, you hear the half-orc talking to Father Darovic. He says, "My men have reported. The battle is won. We report no longer any enemy forces within the walls. We have driven them back north, and we will continue to pursue them until they're all dead." Father Darovic lets out a sigh of relief and says, "That's good. That was close." And they turn their attention to the table.
I kind of go over to Z, and I sit down beside her, and I say, What is transpiring now that the attack is over?
She's kind of leaning forward, holding onto her quarterstaff, looks visibly beaten, and says, well, I guess they're planning to scout the surrounding areas and try to maybe find where these giants have come from. Hopefully take the fight to them. But they're just going to reinforce the walls for now, I suppose, and ensure our safety, like they should have done in the first place.
Would a search party be going out tonight or tomorrow morning, do you think?
Well, it is the morning now coming, so
Or
I'm sure,
rather later in the day?
I'm sure they'll be sending some parties out. We have more than enough guards here, but apparently not enough. Clearly sarcasm in her voice, as she is just pissed at the whole situation.
Do you think it's wise to be sending some of your guards away to hunt them down? What if another wave should come?
She kind of shrugs her shoulders. They don't pay me enough to make the choices here. I do my best to help, but the captain of the guard doesn't seem to want it.
What was the captain's name again?
Strog Thunderblade.
Thunderblade. I'm going to... can I just walk right up to the war table, or are there the people blocking my way?
There are a couple guards, they're all kind of converging on it, but it's not like they're protecting anyone or anything. It's not... It seems like it's a pretty open community, so there's no guards on duty to protect anyone.
Yeah, I walk right up to the table,
All right.
and I look at the half-orc, and I say, "Are you the captain of the guard?"
He looks at you and says, "Who's addressing me?"
My name is Lucius Galanadel, and I am a visitor to this town, and I asked you a question.
He looks at Father Darovic, and Darovic just kind of steps back, wide-eyed, and doesn't seem to want to get involved. The half-orc leans in closer to you and says, "Who is addressing me?"
I'm going to take that as a yes. Do you care to explain what has transpired tonight?
The details and security of Goldenfields is not the concern of a drow elf
Apparently,
visitor.
it's not your concern either,
Of course it's my
based on
concern.
what I've seen tonight. I turn to the abbot and I say, would you care to explain what's going on instead, then?
Before the father could speak up, Thunderblade says, "If it weren't for my men, you'd all be dead. What is a visitor doing here in the war room?" He looks towards Father Darovic. Darovic says, Lucius here is a guest. They've been helping out around here and have been quite instrumental in the defeat of the enemies. Clearly stumbling over his words and a little bit intimidated.
Is Maxine, at the table, nearby at all?
She's near the table, but she's kind of standing off to the side, reviewing reports that our guards are handing to her, and she's taking notes of all the reports, kind of going through all the paperwork, getting details on what has transpired.
I say, it seems to me that me and my party did a better job of defending this town than your entire guard did.
He looks... The offense is there. He looks a little offended, but he doesn't show it as much. He just says, "My guards were caught off... My troops were caught off guard."
Guards caught off guard.
It's easy for you to say that you helped out. You were just in a convenient spot, the right place at the right time.
Ah, yes, in bed at the inn is a very convenient spot to launch an attack from.
I'm guarding all the walls. You're out drinking, eating our food, drinking our drinks. Of course, you were just in a convenient spot. My troops acted quickly and swiftly, and were able to repel the attack.
Well, goody on you. Tell me, you're sending scouting parties out to discover where the giants came from, is that correct?
Like I said, none of the business of a visitor. At which point, Father Dervik kind of steps in and says, yes, we are. We've had reports in the past. We have a vague idea of where they're residing. We're hoping to trail the remaining forces back to their strongholds. Strog looks at Father Dervik a little disapproving of giving information to you.
My companions and I are very interested in discovering what these giants are after as well. We would offer our assistance if that's all right with the good captain here.
He looks up, raises his chin. You see he kind of licks one of his orc teeth. Just says, "We don't need your help." Father Dervik kind of looks at you. Just gives you that kind of like that look of like, yes, we do, but he doesn't speak up.
I turn to the abbot and I say, "You are the superior in this situation, are you not?"
Yeah, I suppose. Politically speaking, anyways. The forces of and the security of Goldenfields are left in the hands of Captain Thunderblade here. I trust him to make the proper choices. I'm more of a figure, a leader in just appearance and political and economic.
And tell me, after the events of tonight, do you still trust him to make the best decisions?
Well, we did repel the attack, all of us, of course, combined efforts of everyone, and you can tell he's kind of a pushover, trying to side on both sides of this argument.
Okay, I go over to, I just like, at this point, I just wave,
Yeah.
I wave them both off, I go over to Maxine.
Yeah, it's clear that Father Dervik's a huge pushover. He doesn't want to side on anyone's.
I'm sick of both of them.
Yeah, they're both useless. Maxine, she's taking a report, she's looking at a guard, she says, "Very well. Now go back and send me a more detailed report." And the guard's like, "Oh, okay." Runs away. And she's like, "Next!" Points to someone, ushers them over, grabs, just rips the paper out of his hands. "This doesn't make any sense. Review it. Send me another one." And that guard runs away. She looks up with her glasses on her nose. "You did well out there, Lucius."
Your abbot and your captain of the guard seem to be a little spineless, if you ask me.
The abbot can be spineless, but he's a leader. That Thunderblade, though, incompetent and useless. Don't worry, I know what you're thinking. I'll be sure to include this in my reports to Waterdeep.
I'm frankly not interested in your reports. What I am interested in is my party and I being able to escort one of the scouting parties to investigate where these hill giants have come from. The captain of the guard seems very against this decision, and the abbot, though he seems as though he would appreciate the assistant, doesn't have the backbone to stand up to him. What say you?
And she kind of lowers her radio test for a second, looks up and says, "I think it's an excellent choice. We could certainly use the help. If you wish to join one of these parties, I will tell the captain that you'll be joining one of his parties."
I appreciate that there is at least one person in this town who can get things done.
It is my job, as the protector of the city and of the Gilded Magists, to protect this city's Waterdeep's interest in this city. I will get it done. Strongblade listens to me. Thunderblade listens to me.
My friends are in need of rest, so we will not be able to leave for a few hours yet. I trust that this will be okay.
Should be okay. I'll have one of the scouting parties remain here and wait for you.
Very well. We thank you for your assistance. And then I will head out.
All right.
Quick question: when I walk in the inn, can I just do a quick scope at the place?
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if the band is around,
Okay.
or if anyone is chilling in the inn at the moment. That I can ask.
Make a perception check. All right, you walk into the inn. Nobody is chilling in the inn. You see the inn is in full bustle. You watch as all the servants and the maids and various workers and civilians as well are just rushed in and out of the kitchen with giant barrels of soup and other food as they're rushing them out the door, presumably bringing them to the walls to just feed the troops, feed everyone as throughout the battle as the night has transpired, just trying to keep up the morale and the energy. But with the battle somewhat subsiding, it's starting to calm down, but the place is in complete disarray as there are messy dishes everywhere. Just people, you see a couple guards just quickly eating some chow before they quickly stand up, grab their gear, and head back outside. It looked like it was quite a mess in here throughout the night. Looking around, you don't spot the band.
Is there like a record of who's sleeping in the inn?
Yeah, you can.
I want to look at it. I want to know which room they're using.
I just head up the stairs to my room, going to bed. I say
Alright.
good night. I just mumble. And...
So walk past everyone, just head back to bed. You kind of, being a halfling, you just kind of duck behind the counter. Just, you find Miros is kind of his ledger, his record book.
Mhm.
You kind of you start flipping through it, and you do see they have a couple rooms on the second floor somewhere.
Okay. Can I go listen up at the door? I want to know if they're sleeping inside.
Okay.
Perception?
Rogadar, are you just going to sleep?
Yeah, I'm just going to sleep.
You fall over a bit up the stairs, you just pass right out. Yeah, you listen in. I mean, no one really slept through the battle that transpired. The bells are starting to subside, but it was pretty loud throughout Goldenfields. You don't hear anything over the inside. It doesn't sound like they're home.
Okay. And I go to sleep.
All right. And Lucius, you just head back to the inn.
I have one question.
Yeah.
The guards who guard the storehouses, like Amryn, would they have also dispersed to help with the fight, or
Yeah, like all
did I notice that?
Yeah, like all the guards you saw were in full combat readiness. They were all manning the walls, ready to go. Like no one was left behind to just guard storehouses. As far as you know, though, kind of looking around, it's starting to die down. People are going back to their homes to rest. The guards are kind of dispersed from the streets and heading back to the walls.
I mean, obviously we'll pick this up next session, but
Yeah.
I have no need to long rest, so
Yeah.
I'm going to wait around an hour to short rest.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to head towards the storehouse which Amryn guards.
All right, I'm going to put you up there so I remember. All right, cool. And away you go. Having defeated the Goblin, Hill Giant, and Ogre invasion, Goldenfields. Killing Og and Lob. Or Hill Giants.
For nothing.
It's crazy. You guys destroyed them.
Wow.
I've been hiding that trick up my sleeve.
What was that, 5 battles in a row?
5 battles in a row. But yet, despite having nothing and not really think you guys could do it, you guys decimated them. You still decimated
I was surprised. I
regardless.
thought that Zaya was out of spell slots. I was
Yeah, me too.
surprised that
When
she
you-
still had some.
When you pulled out that
I don't
whole
know.
person, I was
That's
like,
definitely not out of something. If you have a high enough spell slot to cast this whole person,
Yeah.
you're good.
I was like,
I thought I was out too. I don't know, but then when I look at my character sheet, I had 2 spell slots left. So I just assumed that I don't know. I either miscalculated last time, Or I had 2 spells off that.
I feel like at least one maybe, but when you bust the whole person, I'm not sure about that. But
I casted it once last time at level 2. So I
See,
couldn't
because,
cast it again at level 2.
Because darkness is an innate spell, I can cast it without a spell slot. So
see, you guys can just take on anything. You have such a great combination of characters and skill abilities.
No, honestly, for me, I feel like it was really boring tonight because I couldn't do anything. In 3 hours, I only used 2 spell slots. You know, that's really poor.
FYI, I attacked with the glaive multiple times, and that's all I did tonight.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we're all we all do a lot of repetitive stuff.
No,
Eldritch
because
Blast,
it's really
Eldritch
different
Blast.
when you're just, when you're done and you still keep fighting, and you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Kind of
Well,
thing.
we gotta get you a long rest. Get
Hopefully.
it all back. Hopefully they don't get attack you again.
Are we leveling up for next session or no?
Let me see. Actually, I think possibly. The characters help
Really?
defend.
That would be very
They should advance level 6 before setting out. The characters help defend Goldenfields. They should advance before setting out to explore other locations. Yeah. After your long rest, you will be level 6.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Do I have
Good
to take a
Lord,
long
Elsie.
rest just to
Nah.
level up, or
But no, it's fine. You
okay?
level up the rest of them.
Okay. We'll say that in my hour short rest,
Yeah.
I gain some abilities.
You were
Oh, you're not
enlightened.
going to long rest, Zach and or Lucius? I don't know if we're on the stream yet.
I have no I have no reason. We are still, and I have no reason to long rest.
Huh.
I am at more than maximum HP. I would lose HP by long resting,
Oh, but you're getting
And,
11 exhaustion, though.
but I did my full 4-hour rest.
Oh, you did yours.
Yeah, I'm good to go
Oh, yeah,
until
it's
tomorrow,
true.
until the nighttime.
You had a chance of doing a full
Oh.
night's sleep when we didn't get through that.
I
That's
didn't realize
why. That's why I can do whatever while you guys are sleeping.
Just walking around town.
I didn't
Oh, I
realize.
have-
I
how
hope
long
you
we got
get
to sleep
attacked
before
and
we
you're
go.
all alone.
Well, now that I've short rested, I have my spell slots back, so I can probably handle it. Maybe, depending on how vicious the attack, I suppose.
The drowned maiden will show up again by herself with you.
Yeah, even though I'm going nowhere near the water.
Well, Zaya has the
leveled?
necklace. If anything, I'll go
Yeah.
after her.
You'll be level 6.
What?
What?
Oh,
All right,
sorry.
I'm gonna wrap up the
Isn't it
stream.
easy?
All right.
Thanks for watching. Those of you who are watching, sorry about no cameras. We'll try to have them up for next time. And good night.
See ya.